Welcome back, welcome back. Fair use, all that good stuff. Was gonna, get all dressed up, go Professor X and all that bullshit, but yeah, whatever, bro. Anyway, hopefully I got some of you guys' attention, especially the women, cause this is who this one's for. Again, because we're all connected in some way, so even when men hear information like this about women directly from women, they can use their brains the next time they run into women like that don't understand what they're doing, or maybe in a selfish phase in their life and they just want to do what they want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But I live in the same world, and majority of women kind of say they want the same thing. Not all women, but I could be wrong when I say this. If you're past like 30 and if you're not like, how you go 30 years and not find one guy that you think is good enough to be with? I know it's hard. The pickings is hard. But at the same time, if I ask any woman right now, you got options? If you wanted to get married, could you? You'll all say, yeah, I'll fucking get married whenever I want, or I'm waiting for the right guy, or something. Or now it's starting to, some women are coming to the realization, they're like, no, I can't, because I can't find the right guy. I can't find the guy that I want. And, hey, we're all allowed to want whatever we want. But there's gonna come a time where you're gonna need to stick to reality and grow up. Like, I realized by watching this guy's show, and now I'm watching it again because it has a lot of good insights on the way women think. Because they say this stuff. There is no, I think women are like this, or maybe women. No. When someone is like something, when someone portrays a certain lifestyle, they will speak a certain way. That's why a lot of people speak and dress the same way. Because you think the same. There's nothing wrong with thinking like someone else. Well, if they're wrong.
The kind of women that high value men avoid. What are high value men? Well, we talk about high value men over here. We're talking about men who are, marrying kind of men. We're not talking about dudes that's just going, for this conversation, we're talking about the women who want to manifest themselves a husband. We're talking about the kind of men that can afford to have a stay-at-home wife, 3 children, living in a major metropolitan area, that kind of stuff. Let's not play games.
Nope.
Okay? That's what we're talking about.
That's what you all want.
We're not talking about, this 50-50, you gotta work and all this other kind of stuff. We're talking about the kind of men that make the kind of money the average woman can have a nice home in the suburbs, in a gated community, send their kid to private school. Kids' college is paid for. Kids have cars at 16 years old. And all along that way, mommy and daddy can take the family on great 2-week vacations, 30-day vacations in Europe. We're not talking about a weekend at Disney World. We're talking about what you ladies say you want. And one thing that I pointed out, as if you listen to my show over the last month or two, that there are a lot of women out there who say they want provider males, men who can provide. Yet, when asked, they
More
have
rich guys.
little to no idea what it takes for a man to be able to provide the kind of lifestyle they say they want. They have no idea the amount of money it takes, where these guys have to work, where they live. But you got women from all around the world calling in saying they want these provider males. And I don't judge what you want, ladies. My guys, my clients, the guys who follow me, fit in that category. They're what I call Blake Henry, Bradley, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique. High earners, not rich yet. Those are the white collar guys. Science, engineering, technology, math, accounting, medicine, pharmacy, that kind of stuff, going through the quote unquote white collar world. Or they're the blue Henrys. Guys, 10 grand a month, 10 grand a man, 10 grand a month. What did I say the other day? 10 grand a month, $120,000 a year. That's living in Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Atlanta. A guy who's making $130,000, $125,000, $130,000 a year in some place like that, he can live fine on his own for the rest of his life.
Facts.
But in order to be able to talk about having a family and that kind of stuff, he's gonna have to make a lot more. But here's the question: we know the kind of guys you say you want. But what kind of women should guys like? What kind of women like this? What kind of women do these guys say they avoid? Now, understand something, ladies. This is what I have gathered from men in men's spaces, my clients out and about. When I'm out and about in the real world, I'm going to tell you the kind of women that these guys say they avoid like the plague, and for very good reason, at least as far as they're concerned. But before we get into it, understand something. Slow mode is on. Slow mode is on in the chat room. Slow mode is on, and we're about to get in. So let me go ahead and see if I can repeat the question. You want to know if you having standards is preventing you from getting the man you want.
Yes.
Okay, so let me start with some background. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Well, you heard me say it in the chat room. Did you go to college?
I did.
But you didn't graduate.
No, I just got my Associate of Arts.
Okay, cool. Height, weight, and dress size.
So I'm like 5'5", 5'6", and my weight is 128 to 130.
Okay.
Depends.
And what dress size do you wear?
Like a 4.
And lastly, what part of the country are you in? Northeast, southwest?
Like West Coast.
West Coast. Okay. And what kind of man do you want?
Well, I like black men. Like that's like my first choice, but I don't mind swirling.
Okay, I'm talking about.
She likes black guys, but she doesn't mind dating other guys. Nothing wrong with that. Date anybody you want. The more options you give yourself, the harder the choice gets. There's good looking men there. There's good looking men there. There's rich guys there. There's rich guys there. But who's picking you?
From a on paper standpoint, what kind of money we talking about?
Successful. Like I'm not really.
Let's define successful. Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you want to have? Now, I want you guys to hear what she's saying. This is a long call. I'm going to let it play. But she asked if her standards, her having standards, was keeping her from finding the man that she wanted. I need you guys to focus on the things she's going to say, and it kind of leans to an overall mindset that tends to be around women of certain kind of groups. And I'm going to tell you the kind of groups as we get through here. How many children are you planning on having for this guy?
Just depends on how many he would want from me.
3.
Okay.
I mean, if you ain't got you got nothing else to do except stay at home. 26, right? 1 kid.
Mm-hmm.
You
See right there. I want a guy that can have a nice family. However many kids he wants, that I give it to him. Each kid is you not doing shit for almost an entire year. So that's 3 years. You're done for. You're finished. You're finished. All the partying. Woo, I'm married. Let's get drunk every day and fucking vacation around the world. You're getting pregnant right away. So the first 3 years of your marriage, you're done. No drinking, no partying. You're going to be pregnant. You're not going to be taking flights. You're going to be taking naps.
be getting off pretty damn easy.
I want a rich guy.
Can you agree? Or would not? Tell me, what do you think?
No, I think that's true. I think,
Okay. The average family has 2.3 kids or 2.5 kids, but you're talking about a successful guy. So a successful guy, are you in Northern California or Southern California?
Northern.
So in Northern California, so to be a stay-at-home wife of 3 children in Northern California, how much do you think a man would need to make annually to make that happen? For you to have, now understand, all I asked is, what do you want? And what do you, and knowing what you want is important. Again, her question was it about standards? As the call develops, you're going to realize that oftentimes pretty women of a certain 7th, 8th, 9th or better tend to not put a lot of thought into what it is they say they want. Decent.
Because the world lied to you. And you think you're going to look good forever. You're going to get old. You're going to go down in looks like every other woman. And the women that are already down in looks, they learn to deal with it and do other things. Grow their mind, grow their womanhood, So when you go back, when the Most High puts you in that category, you're going to be the old lady that dresses with all the fucking makeup and the ugly ass face and your fucking... like, it's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can get a husband. You could. You don't have to be that.
Home, have your own 4-door sedan, to have the kids' college paid for, private school if necessary, or high-end public school, with kids' activity.
Now it's the worst. I feel bad for a lot of older chicks. They got trapped and tricked into the I'm fucking Mrs. Independent Woman, hear me raw shit. And now they're up in age in their 40s and shit. They got their businesses. They're doing it. They're living good. Their life is good in that way financially and maybe other ways, because I don't know people. But when I see these older women and I know they reach the mountaintops financially, and then I don't see their king with them, and then I see their grown children with them and all these other things, and I'm like, yo, there's no way that person is completely happy inside. There's no fucking way, and I don't give a shit what no woman says, because when you began your journey, I guarantee you a husband was involved with your fucking dream. I'm gonna do this dream, and I'm gonna rule with this guy that I meet. Hopefully he's more or on my level. And now you're older. And your looks are fading. You have the business, but the guy that you want, He's older too now, and he's probably looking real fucking handsome now, and he has that money. He's not picking you. You probably have a kid with somebody else. You're a great person, but if you look right down the block, if you turn your head any direction, if you just pick your phone up, you're gonna see a younger version of you, and it ain't you.
Kids having cars at 16, having their college paid for if necessary, plus have the things of life, 401k, retirement, everything else, still being able to eat with.
You still could have a husband. I don't want to end that on a sour note. You're just not getting that guy. There are other good-looking men. There are other men that may have that high status you want, but he's probably not going to look as good. He's going to not be as charming. The other men, like, that may look good, they're not going to have that status. They're not going to have that money. But, bedroom bully game and all that other stuff y'all really like, oh, he got that. He got that on lock. Some of them got, the laws of God and stuff too, and among other things. They just don't got this bullshit.
Travel, not just go to Disneyland. I'm quite sure you want to go out of the country, maybe go to Europe on a family vacation, that kind of stuff, right?
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Shit,
right.
I do.
How much you think that person needs to make? That man needs to make annually?
I would say a significant amount.
Give me a dollar
of
value.
money.
Give me a dollar value.
Come on.
A significant amount.
I'm not good at math. Like probably like.
I'm not good at math.
Over 100,000.
See, I need you guys to understand that, ladies, this is not a game with men.
Nope.
You don't even begin to know what it takes to make this shit happen. And when a man hears that,
I'm a broke guy. And I get mad. I couldn't imagine a nigga that actually did all this shit, made all that money, and be like, damn, yo, the chick that says she loves me, my wife, she doesn't even know what I do. She doesn't even care. She didn't even look it up. She doesn't even ask me about it. But I know all about her fucking career.
that's a problem.
If you want to call it that.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like 80,000, 90,000.
$80,000 a year for
I'm not really sure.
3 people, 3 children, and 2 adults.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
$100,000 a year for 5 people in Northern California.
Okay, no. Oh man. Okay, so I don't know.
See, you can raise a family off $100,000 easy, and you can, go places if you have a certain caliber of living. You can live like a king with that. But he's not talking about a man like that. He's talking about the man you said. I want a man that can take care of 3 children and take vacation trips, and I want to stay home and be a housewife and don't want to work. Well, that means a man's got to make a lot of money, and it's more than $100,000.
Okay, so problem number 1. Let me also say this. Everybody's talking about she's lying. Yeah, she's trying to keep her location hidden. And again, if you go back through my channel, you'll hear that take this woman out and you can plug almost any of these other women who fit in this category.
Yep.
And it's the same mindset. Doesn't matter what age. The things you want, you don't even know what it takes from a dollar standpoint to make it possible for a man to make it possible for Jerry Beck, do not highlight me again. You got a question? Is this magic? Super chat. Let me give you the number. The number, they throw this 6-figure number out, that's enough for one person to be successful. Roughly $10,000 a month. That's the number I tend to use. That's in Dallas, Houston, Austin. If you adjust that for the Bay Area, you're $100,000 a year, you're still broke. You're talking about closer to 220, 250. There's a police officer in San Jose who made $250,000 last year, and he's a cop.
Do you understand now, ladies? You just want fucking Superman baller guy. And that means you eliminated 80% of every fucking man that exists in America. Soon as you jump to $100,000, you just eliminated every nigga you see every fucking day. All the cute guys, you like, he looks good enough. I'll probably fuck with him. He got his shit together. No, you won't. He don't make 80,000 or 100,000. He makes 50,000. He's an average dude. 40,000. Shit. Do you know what some regular men would do with $100,000? You know what I would do with $100,000? Are you fucking kidding me? I would look better than these niggas. I would do better than these niggas. And be stupider.
Okay, so the kind of man you're talking about,
joke.
he's going to need to be making around $700,000 to $900,000 a year.
I'm open to relocating. Like I don't like I'm like so open to moving somewhere cheaper.
Well, do you think people make that kind of money? I also need to add something into, guys. This is not a conversation. I don't know why guys come in and talk about, how much money I'm making as a single guy. No disrespect, man, but this is about men who want women, high value men, and the women they want to avoid. I don't want to see a bunch of guys when they talk about they don't want women and they cool being single and all that. Good. Keep it closed. Listen to the show. You have no reason to bring that up in this show. It's not the topic. Please. In Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
No.
Do you think there are a lot of black men? Black men are concentrated in 10 cities. See, this is part of the problem with ladies. You want this fantasy of a man, not a fantasy.
Oh, we're concentrated. It's a good way to look at it.
You want this high value man. These men, listen, these men are concentrated in 10 cities. Black people are concentrated in 10 cities. Okay? And I don't fault you for wanting him, but I just say you got to understand where he is, and to think a guy can make $80,000 and you would be happy with that kind of money. You'd be working on 80 grand, and then there'd be tension in the marriage. I forgot to ask you one question. On a scale from 1 to 10, where would most people say you rank as far as a beauty, from a facial standpoint? That's a good looking man.
Like a 9 or a 10, maybe an 8 if someone's hating.
Thank you, Kev.
A 9 or a 10. Okay, so we're talking LA 9 or just.
She's a 10, of course.
I just know I'm very beautiful, and I'm not just saying that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey sis, I give it to you. So these are good things. So from a money standpoint, the kind of money you're talking about is a guy who's going to have a serious high earning career, or he's going to have to be a small business owner and own a significant concern. That means you're going to be looking at men who are at least about 10, probably 15 years older than you.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, and that's what you're going to be looking for. But the question is, what do those kind of men want in a wife?
Well, I know that they want, someone who's just a lady. I would hope so, because I'm really open to just being a lovely housewife and just do what I need to do.
Translation, I'm open to you taking care of me. That's what you just said. I'm open to you just taking care of me. Which is cool. But what you've also said is you've done no homework or no research or no nothing on what it is you want. That's why you're not getting it.
That's like golden. That's true.
This is why you're